Good evening, everyone. My name is Anna DeMarinis, and your student is in either my first or second period AP Statistics class here at West Seattle High School. I'm sorry I could not be there tonight. I teach a second job. I teach dance classes over in a local studio in Burien on Wednesday and Thursday nights, and I was unable to get a sub for my classes for tonight, so I apologize. I did send an email. Hopefully this video helps with any kind of basic questions, but if you have any other further questions, feel free to reach out. A little bit about me. I actually work part-time, so I'm only here in the mornings and through lunch due to these two precious little girlies that I have. My daughter Mia is 3 years old, and my daughter Sienna was just born in May of this year. So they keep me really, really busy, but it's fun to be able to be home and share this time with them while they're so little. Background, I was born and raised here in Seattle. I went to Kennedy High School and then went to Gonzaga University, where I graduated in 2010 with a degree in math and an endorsement in secondary education and a minor in dance. This is my 11th year teaching. I've been teaching here at West Seattle High School for 7 years, and I taught over at Kent Ridge High School in the Kent School District for 4 years prior to that. So, um, um, I feel like the only part of my syllabus that I think is important for you to know is my grading policy. However, my syllabus is on Schoology if you would like to look at the rest of it. I tend not to give too much homework in this class because students are already really overloaded. So I have practice sets or check your understanding problems that students do daily. Those are worth only 1 point in the gradebook. If they do it, great. If not, or they're absent, they have a chance to make it up. We have quizzes in the middle of every chapter. They're anywhere from 10 to 30 points depending on the quiz. I do give review assignments prior to every test. They are a little bit longer, so I do make those 5 points in the gradebook instead of just 1. And then finally, unit tests are taken at the end of the chapter, and they are worth anywhere from 50 to 100. Seattle Public Schools has a policy where all missing assessments and assignments will be marked as IE in the gradebook, which means insufficient evidence and counts as 50%. I usually flag those with either a missing marker or an absent marker in the gradebook. And your student cannot score below a 50%, so if they do score below 50%, I give them 50 and then I put the actual score in the comment. If a student gets below a 60% on any test, I do highly encourage them to do a retake. I don't say like required or forced, but I essentially really encourage them to do a retake. However, anyone can retake a test for up to full credit. Retakes must be done within 2 weeks of me giving the test back. I usually give students plenty of warning. They do test corrections and go over their things with me before taking it, and then I give them the higher score of the two. So if they retake and they don't do as well, then I'll just keep their original score. I do not do retakes on quizzes because there's just not enough time. So if your student doesn't do well on a quiz, sometimes they ask about retakes and that's just not possible. So any questions on the grading or retakes, feel free to reach out. If your student is planning to take the AP exam for statistics, it is on Thursday, May 8th of 2025. The course outline, there are technically 9 units in the AP curriculum, and I break them up into 12 chapters. We are already on chapter 4. We go pretty quickly through this curriculum here. That way I'm done by March, so we have all of April to review for the exam. The AP Stats exam, you get to use a calculator on the entire exam. It's probably one of the only math exams that's not part calculator, part non-calculator. So I highly recommend that students invest in one of these TI-84 calculators, either the TI-84 Plus CE, which is like a fancy rechargeable one, or just the regular TI-84 Plus, which uses AAA batteries. Those are both approved for either AP Calculus or AP Statistics and are super user-friendly. They are expensive. I have about 12 in my classroom that students can borrow while they're in class, but I don't have enough for those who wanted to be taking the exams. So if your student is thinking of taking it, I highly recommend investing in one. They are unfortunately fairly expensive, and so financially, if you need if it just doesn't work out, you can either look on eBay or secondhand stores, and sometimes they have those there as well. If your student is planning to take the AP exam, school pay is now open. Registration, they should have already registered with me on their College Board account, so the registration part should be done. All we need from you is the payment. You make the payment via school pay through your source account, and it needs to be done by November 6th. Please make sure you keep a copy of the receipt from your records and to confirm that you did pay. The standard exam fee is $120. There is a fee if you pay by credit or debit card. If you pay by cash or check to West Seattle High School, then there is no fee. You can bring that in to the main office and they will direct you to the fiscal office if you would like to do that. Full available refund for exams that are canceled by November 15th. If something happens and your student decides they don't want to take the exam in May and it's already past the November 15th checkoff, there is a partial refund available for students who did not take it in May. If your student qualifies for free and reduced lunch, there is a separate form that you need to fill out prior to getting a wow, my brain just like checked out there. I've been talking so much. Prior to getting a discount on your exam. So please make sure you fill that form out prior to doing that. If your student qualifies for 504 or IEP accommodations, there's also a separate form to fill out to make sure that your student receives those accommodations for the exam. So if you have any questions about the free and reduced accommodations or any IEP or 504 accommodations in those forms, let me know and I'll be more than happy to help your student out there. If you have any questions or need to contact me, that is my email. That is the best way to contact me. My phone in my classroom is really not something that I check very often. And since I'm part-time, email is going to be the best. For your students knowing my office hours, even though I'm only here part-time, I am available on lunches every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So every lunch except for Wednesday, I'm able to help out, or I am available Thursday and Friday mornings from 8 to 8:45. I am available some Wednesday mornings, but Wednesdays are usually our meeting days, so it's kind of hit or miss on whether or not I can do Wednesdays. But Thursday and Friday mornings for sure. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'm really excited for this year. Stats is a really fun collaborative class, and it's very different from any math class that your student has probably taken here at West Seattle, so I hope they enjoy it. And I do not require students to take the AP exam, so please do not feel any pressure to take that if they don't want to. Otherwise, they can just take the class, and that looks good on their transcripts as well. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Bye.